numbers. So for example, if you have 3 3/8, if you have the fraction 3 3/8 and they ask you to round it to the nearest whole number, okay, your choice is it going to stay a 3 or is that number actually closer to 4? 3 3/8, is 3 3/8 closer to 3 or closer to 4 if they ask you to round to the nearest whole number? And then how would you know? Grace, it is which one? And why? How do you know, ladies and gentlemen, if a fraction is closer to the next number, number after it, or the number before it? Grace, along those same lines.
It would be because 4/8 is half and 3/8 is less than half.
Okay, you always think about half. How does this fraction compare to 1/2? And you know that since you're cutting something into 8 pieces, in order for something to be cut into 8 pieces and be equal to half, it would have to be 4 of those 8 pieces. Okay, and since this was only 3 of the 8 pieces, since the top number is smaller than half of the bottom number, you know that this fraction is less than half, which means you would round actually down and get a 3. What happens if it's exactly 1/2? You know, what if you've got the fraction 7 1/2? What actually do we do, Peter?
Round it to the highest.
Yeah, when it's half, you always round up. Okay, when it's half, always round up. What if you have 17 19/50ths? Again, the first thing you think about is, what's half of 50? What is half of 50? Calvin? 25. And since this is smaller than what 25 would be, you know that this fraction is smaller than half, which means you would keep 17 at 17 rather than rounding it up. Or what if you have 32 and, I don't know, 15 20-seconds? Is that number going to stay a 32 or will it become a 33? Jacob?
33.
Why?
Because it's over half.
Because yeah, half of 22 would be 11. So if this would have been 11 20-seconds, you round up, but it's actually more than that, so it actually ends up being 33. Any problems or questions on that? If they ask you to round to the nearest whole number. One of the problems they have in the book looks like this. There's a rectangle, and they give you these dimensions, 5 1/4, 8 7/8. Let's make these inches. 5 1/4, 8 7/8. And the book says, estimate the area. Okay, since we know that area is length times width, what would you, in order to make this something that you could estimate, you would change 5 1/4 to, Brian, right, this would we'd estimate to be a 5. 8 7/8, you would estimate to, Alyssa? 9, and then when you multiply those two together, when area equals length times width, you would do 5 times 9, so the estimated area would be 45 inches squared. So sometimes it's helpful to be able to estimate this.